Welcome to your introduction to critical reading. Most of us learn a language by translating between our target language and our primary language. This is fairly normal and necessary at early stages of second language learning. However, as we get better, research tells us that translation is actually quite slow. There's a much faster way to learn a language. You need to start building connections within the target language. To do this, you'll need to start breaking the connection between our target language and our primary language. Critical reading is a method you can use to begin thinking in English. How it works. It is a simple process and relies on the brain's natural desire to create meaning when it lacks information. Here, you will learn how to practice using this ChatGPT tool. The process is simple. Let's imagine. You are walking down the street on a new adventure in a foreign land. You see a grocery store and start to think, I'm hungry, do I know how to say chicken? Or will I recognize if someone asks me, how can I help you? You walk into the store and someone says, I have chicken on sale. You say to yourself, what the heck does sale mean? And notice that there is a big bright sign with a low price. You assume that it just means cheap, so you say, wow, so cheap. They respond, yes it is, and you ask, any other sale? And they point you over to a beautiful cheap steak. Congratulations, you just learned a new word with almost no effort and made your way through your first PAU loop. Pre-think, assume or ask, and do use. With this tool, a chatbot will send you messages and questions asking you to make some connections to the topic. The chatbot will then add more information to that topic with new vocabulary words and ask you to guess what they mean, correcting you along the way. Finally, the chatbot will ask you to try using the word in a new sentence and help you use the word correctly. Using the tool, the first thing to know is that you should tell what language level you are. You can use common terms like beginner to advanced, or if you have a common European framework of reference for languages from A1 all the way to C2, you can use that. It may take a few loops for the chatbot to get to some new vocabulary. So don't be afraid to tell the bot, I know all these words, and it will adjust with new prompts. If and when you ask the chatbot for a specific word, it will always give that word in a contextual sentence rather than explain the meaning directly. It will always ask you to guess the meaning and will adjust the difficulty of prompts and sample sentences based on your demonstrated abilities. The chatbot collects your personal vocabulary. So, the more you write, the faster the chatbot can change things to keep you learning new words. When you guess, try and tell the chatbot why you guessed, as it will use these techniques to deliver better clues when it messages you, enhancing your ability to guess new words. Feel free to tell the chatbot what you want to learn. If it's a particular vocabulary or grammar topic, or any questions about the use of the language, just ask. Whenever you finish a session, you can ask the chatbot for your score. Cut and paste that score into the provided link so we can analyze your learning data. When you feel as though you understand this tool and are able to use it, ask the chatbot for an opinion survey. Click the link and complete the survey so we can adjust the chatbot to better fit your needs. Tell us anything and everything, good or bad. So if you feel ready, you can stop the video here and get started. If you are interested in more about the science behind this exercise and for some extra tips and tricks, continue on. The pre-thinking stage is all about creating anchor points of existing knowledge, so that when we learn something new, we have something to connect it to. This is one of the most natural and effective ways to store information in your long-term memory. We are preparing our brain to accept new information by showing ourselves where we lack that information. One fantastic way to do this is to create questions about the topic. Ask yourself, what do I know about this topic or situation? After that, attempt to answer the question in full sentences to the best of your ability. The assume or ask stage. This is the hardest part. Fortunately, it is also the most natural. Our brains are curious about everything. We want to know what we don't know, and we want to know fast. This is both a blessing and a curse. When we immediately learn what we want to know, it produces chemicals that make us feel happy. In many cases, we can use this phenomenon to help us learn. But the problem is that we really want those chemicals. When we give our brains those chemicals, our brain essentially thinks the task is complete, yet we have not taken any steps to store this new information in our brain for long-term use. Have you ever shaken someone's hand, learned their name, and then immediately forgotten it after you let go of their hand? Same idea. Your brain is a powerful prediction machine. It has a large set of tools that create meaning or decide on an action, even when it lacks all of the information it might need to do so. The point is, your brain is designed to be good at guessing. It mostly does this subconsciously. Many of the times we don't even know we are guessing. We want to take this passive subconscious skill and make it active and conscious. So, our first tip for guessing new vocabulary: try removing the word from the sentence and replacing it with a different word to connect ideas. Does it seem to make sense? What does your gut tell you? Does it sound good? If so, run with it. The use stage. First thing you should do is try to understand what type of word you are practicing with. Is it a verb, a noun, an adjective? From there, you can use the basic constructions of your chosen language to attempt to put the word in the right place. However, that's only the first part. Your sentence should make sense and fit in grammatically. The chatbot will help you with that. You are now ready to get started exercising. Don't forget to gather your scores, send them to us via the link, and complete an opinion survey. Have a fantastic time.